Welcome back. Grateful that you chose us this morning. You're watching Breakfast Daily here on Citi TV. And of course, the ever adorable, the ever radiant Apioko has joined me. Good morning, Api.
Good morning, Tufo. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm well. I could be better, but I'm well.
Yeah, well, busy weekend for all of us, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, very enterprising
but very
week.
enterprising,
weekend,
very
yeah.
insightful, and very heartwarming.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we sit here on a daily basis and day in, day out, you have people complain about the states of the economy, you know, this and that. But, and I mean, about 80 to 90% of the people who are there are young people. Right. Young people. And I must say, also a lot of women, that makes me very happy, who have started businesses, lots of them extremely innovative. They're not just following the status quo, actually going out there and breaking, you know, barriers and for
changing
me,
the game, actually.
Very, very, very impressive. You know, and the companies that we usually don't see. CSIR, you know, doing a lot of research.
The Ghana Atomic Energy Commission. Did you see that cassava?
Crazy.
Whoa, that cassava looked like a pillow.
I mean, and the cement they're producing too. You know, they actually look at your building, your soil specifications, and they can create cement for you. Yeah, we have everything, but
amazing stuff.
You know.
I mean, I was there and I was just excited for the future of this country because I mean, if we should scale up the kind of production we saw at This Is Ghana, within the next 5 years, we should cut down on our imports by half.
Absolutely.
And this is going to go a long way to strengthen our CD against the dollar.
Exactly. And we can serve the sub-region.
Clearly.
We can actually serve the entire West African, the ECOWAS space.
And it was beautiful that the Ghana Export Promotion Authority was there advising all these entrepreneurs on ways to package, to brand, what products can be exported, at what standards, which certifications. Oh boy, it was beautiful. And the business clinics, my God. I mean, initially, I didn't see... I didn't foresee the kind of patronage we had at the business clinics. I thought it was going to be the normal exhibition where people will come, look for particular products or services, and then go. But then when we started announcing the commencement of the business clinics, and then you saw the crowd, a crowd moving towards the Impact Hub, I'm like, oh my God.
No, but you know, a lot of people want to start businesses, but they don't know how. Where do you even begin? There are some people who actually have money. They have capital, they have buildings, they have access to individuals, but how to put it all together and turn it into a business, they don't know how to do that. So I think that was brilliant. Charles Mensah, you know,
amazing
I've
guy.
Always respected him. You know,
solid guy.
Big brother friend. But seeing him in his elements, you know, that was also a different level.
Wonderful stuff. Yeah, so let's give you some highlights from the This Is Ghana exhibition. Umaru Sanda was there and he interacted with some of the vendors as well as the patrons.
Well, it is good to be doing whatever you're doing, a business that you're running, but if people don't know about it, it becomes a problem, isn't it? And it is for this reason that the This Is Ghana exhibition was organized and indeed is currently ongoing by Citi TV and Citi FM, happening at the AMA, at the forecourt of the AMA in Accra. So there are dozens of exhibitors or people who are vendors who have brought in their products and services to exhibit. And there are a lot of participants and patrons who have come through to watch what exactly the situation is here. And for Citi Newsroom today, I have come here to check the polls and talk to the people who are vendoring and also talk to some of the people who are here to observe. Let me speak to these people. Fragroma is one of the exhibitors here.
We have batiks and tie and dye. They are 100% cotton. We have linen as well. So if you want it, and you see the difference between ours and other people's own is when you wash it, look at mine. I've washed it a lot of times, but you see it's still popping, right?
It doesn't spit.
No, it doesn't bleed, it doesn't fade. That's me right here. So that's Fragroma. We are into anything. And we also sew as well. So you can come and get your fabrics, your batiks, and then we'll sew it to something nice for you. We have...
Is it unisex or single sex?
But then,
oh, you do?
Unisex.
You do
I mean, look at me. And we do blazers for women, long dresses, boo-boos. I mean, we have a lot.
I see. And how has the program been for you today?
It's been good. People, you know, batik used to be out of the system, but now it's back. So I've been getting people here every time. They are saying they miss it. You know, it's kind of nostalgic. So, yes, but I mean, it's booming.
Let me move around and speak to a few more exhibitors that have also come here to showcase their wares, services, and products. Marco Polo Tile Group. Why did you decide to come and exhibit here?
Because I know Citi FM is very famous, and through this exhibition we can have more potential.
So how has the event been for you today? And is this purely in Ghana?
Yeah, this is totally manufactured in Ghana.
What do you manufacture and where are you based?
In Takrady, in front of Shama.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you produce?
Basins, water closet, and urinal pot.
I see.
Yeah.
And how has the patronage been? Have people been patronizing your place? Have they been coming to talk to you?
Come again?
Are you getting people to come and look at what you are doing here?
Yeah, the feedback from market is fine.
It's fine.
People have been coming and giving their phone numbers and contacts, all these things.
This is a Knock Afrique Vogue.
What Knock Afrique does is we are into the production of this Northern Kente and then the clothing as well.
So you do small?
Yes, we do small.
And the hat. As a cowboy, I think this is a very lovely one. This is what the kind of thing I used to wear in the past.
What Dignified Wear does is we train and employ persons with disabilities and rural women to make these footwears and then Northern fabric Kente clothes like this as well.
This is Ghana time, and indeed time is essential. So I've come to Caveman. Caveman has been with the This is Ghana exhibition from the beginning. It's been part of Citi. Hello.
Bro, how you doing?
I'm okay. How is it going?
Not bad. We are managing.
How is it? Are you seeing improvements in your business with us and all of that?
I would say I'm a product of Citi's efforts.
Okay.
So from the first exhibition, I mean, the business took off from there, and we are doing great.
You look like you're doing very great here. Your business has expanded and all of that.
Yeah.
For people who are coming around, what do you tell them? Why should they patronize you? And there's a question I always have in my head. Why do I have to buy a watch when I have time on my phone?
No, watches, I mean, people buy watches for different reasons. I mean, functionality or fashion, a gift for someone. You could buy a watch as an investment because especially limited edition watches, after some time, the value goes up. So there are reasons to buy watches. You're not wearing a Caveman watch, and I have to change that. I have to change that right now.
Okay.
You can't come here and not wear a Caveman watch.
I am sorry. I should hide my hand.
Hide it, but I'll make sure I change it before you leave.
Okay. So you have ladies' watches and men.
Yeah, we have.
Okay. And I like the color too. Coffee brown is incidentally my color.
Oh, great.
So
great.
I have just got a watch.
You have a watch.
In fact, viewers, so this is exciting. What happens at the This is Ghana exhibition? I may get this privilege. You have to come and buy, exactly. You have to come and vend and all of that. But this is so beautiful. You do for ladies, you do for...
We do for ladies and we do for guys.
You don't have to take it back. It's supposed to go in my pocket.
I'll take it back after the recording, don't worry.
So if you're not part of the This is Ghana exhibition, then you are really missing a lot. Talk to people about why they should come here next year.
I mean, talking from experience, the first one that you had, we were part of it. Even after the exhibition, we kept getting referrals from Citi. So I think being part of this exhibition really shot our business up, and I think everybody should take part in it. It helped us to grow, and you should also take the opportunity. Yeah.
Well, aside private companies, we also have state companies. The State Housing Company has a stand here. State Housing, you are building houses for Ghanaians. People, there's a mad rush for houses. Why do you have to even exhibit?
Because we are building for all, yes, and State Housing is selling for itself. We are building affordable houses for everybody, both the middle, low, and the high income earners. So if you want a house, a litigation-free house, we are State.
So if people want a house, they should just stroll in and then make an inquiry. Do people have to register for a house, or you already have houses that people come and pay for?
Okay, so what we do is we do off-plan sales. While we start building, we advertise and that people come to pay it in installments. So we don't finish building before you come to buy. So anytime we start building, we do advertisements on both radio and TV for people to come.
TV is credited for pushing the Ghana Rice agenda. Nana's Rice is one of the companies that we've been pushing. And they have something here that they have instructed me to take. Kadosh. Yes. What is this? What's that?
So this is our rice drink. Yes, rice is the primary ingredient in there.
So it's not rice water?
No, it's not rice water. It's a rice drink.
And it's called Kadosh?
It's called Kadosh. You have to say it with...
Kadosh, with energy, with vim. Put a straw inside. Let me taste it and see. As someone who comes from a rice growing area, that would definitely work on the CD. For now, it's Kadosh. Thank you, Nana Rice. Thank you. It's excellent. So one of the interesting and major highlights of this is exhibition. This is Ghana exhibition organized by Citi TV. Is a business clinics that have been set up, which are happening every other 2 hours, and taking people through what it is that you need when you're setting up a business and how to maintain your business. Charles Mensah is currently engaging a team in there. I want to just go in there and steal some of the ideas that are being shared. I'm looking at the board already. They have how to build a young business financial structure. Tell us what's happening.
Oh, basically, I'm meeting friends who are into business, and or have intention to go into business. So we are walking them through building the financial structure of their business, and also some of the things that they have to do before they enter business. We walk through that you have to have an idea. There must be a reason why you want to go to the business. So the reason could be something else, but you must have a reason. And then having established what the reason is, you need to be able to have either a skill of what you are going to do or funding. You have the finance. These two must be present. So you must have either one. If you don't have any of them, then it's time to work for somebody and build up your cash, or work for somebody and go and learn a skill. Because the skill is key, and that's what we'll be working through, and they're asking questions out of that.
So if I have money, I should not just start a business?
Not at all. What are you going to do? Because you must provide a need, a service, a solution. So when you have the money, identify the solution that people need. Go through your community, go through your church, your schools, your classmates. Find out whether there's a need, something that they need, and that you can differentiate that need by supplying either the good or a service.
This exhibition is for the exhibitors, but it's also for the participants, people who are patrons of the various things being showcased. I've just come to a family. How has it been so far?
I think it's fantastic. I'm very happy what I'm seeing here.
Does it encourage you to buy more made in Ghana stuff?
Very, very much, yeah. It encouraged me very much. Yeah, because some of the products, I didn't even know there are things like that in Ghana. So I'm also encouraging you to keep on doing this, because if we didn't come here, we didn't know some of the products like this would be here. So I think it's a good program.
So what are the kind of the things, what things are you going to definitely go away with from this?
All right, so that was a report from our colleague Umaru Sanda Amadou, and of course he was there at the This is Ghana exhibition, which took place over the past weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Citi FM and Citi TV, we set up camp at the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, the forecourt over there. We had about 200 exhibitors come and showcase what they're producing, what they have to offer Ghanaians, and what is being really manufactured and done right here in Ghana. And Nana, look, you saw, even the State Housing Company was there. And let me just speak a little bit about that. We do have on standby a speech, because look, the Vice President of the Republic was there too, and he had a lot to say. But Nana Tufo, you typically wouldn't see the State Housing Company come out. And let's say in the last 15 years or so, a lot of people have not had a lot of confidence in the State Housing Company. People are speaking about affordable housing. How is it that we're still paying rocket price?
Affordability of the affordable housing.
You understand. But they've had challenges. A lot of the time, you realize they're not given land by the government. They are not funded by the government, because we don't have money. We are still dealing with very serious bread and butter issues. But the management of the State Housing Company, as it stands, they've done so well. They've put up so many different units, which are much more affordable than a lot of the things that we're seeing. And with Ghanaians in mind, I know they commissioned a few weeks ago a project at Adenta. There's one at Kanda. And then across the country, they're doing almost like a one district, one housing project kind of thing. Very interesting. And I'm so happy that they came there. This is Ghana. They were there to showcase that you too, as a Ghanaian, if you just put a little something aside, you have a plan, you can own a home too that is built by Ghanaians and by the State Housing Company. So I think that was fabulous. And
it was really great. But for agencies or institutions, companies or organizations like the State Housing Company to come out and to exhibit, because you see, there may be somebody looking for a place to lay their head, perhaps have saved some money, but are discouraged by the kind of prices they hear out there from some of these real estate developers. I mean, you get quotations in dollars and you are wondering if the facility is being sold in the same Ghana that we are all in. So for me, it made a lot of sense for the SHC to come out. I mean, engage the people, let them know that these are the facilities, these are the projects we have completed. These ones are under completion. These are the areas in which they are located. These are the facilities that the buildings come with. This can be arranged as a payment plan. So maybe you can make a deposit, a percentage deposit, and after another percentage you can move in and complete payments within a particular period of time. It makes a lot of sense because there are so many people out there looking for affordable houses but do not have information on how to even access them. So it was really brilliant for them to come out and to exhibit.
Especially since a lot of Ghanaians are operating in the informal sector. They're getting their income, their everyday meals from the informal sector. Now, lots of the time, if you're dealing or you're playing games in the informal sector, you don't have access to a mortgage or any kind of loan facility because you are high risk. You know, so a financial facility will most likely not give you what you need. So if there's a payment plan, and I know that, okay, give or take, within a month, this is how much I make after I've paid school fees, after I've paid my water and my electricity, after I've done this, then I can put this aside for housing. Then why not?
Makes sense.
You know, it makes sense. It works. And of course, the lands that they're litigation free. I thought that was actually a great selling point. Litigation free. I mean, people have put up 5-bedroom, 4-bedroom facilities, and then you are living in it 5 years down the line, and then you end up in court because the land that was sold to you wasn't really...
Yesterday, Ras Mubarak, he put up a post about a land he bought, started developing the lands, and then someone comes onto the land that it belongs to his brother in the US. Fortunately for him, he knew this brother, so he engaged the brother. They settled amicably. But for thousands of Ghanaians, usually ends up in court. If it doesn't, ends up under the control of some landguard campaign somewhere. If you're not losing the land, you're probably losing your life. So I like that fact, that selling point, that really the buildings or the houses are litigation free. I really loved it.
Definitely. So now we have some images, and of course, like we mentioned earlier, His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, he was at This Is Ghana on Saturday. He came through. He stayed much longer than we thought he would. He even bought a surprise. He really enjoyed himself. He went around. He even made some purchase. I mean, there's a stand he went to. The gentleman says, "Oh, let me give this." He says, "No, I'll pay for it." And he actually bought. He was very impressed. And for me, this is the kind of conversation that we also want to start. That those in authority, those who are leading us, those who are making the policy, they see some of these things, and then they can drive the policy in a direction that will help the business owners and, by extension, Ghana. So let's take a look at that.
People who are making poultry feed to deal with the problems for our poultry farmers. And one of their biggest challenges is in feed, the import of feed for the poultry. And we are now seeing people who are actually making the feed local, for layers, for broilers, for chicks, and all of that. And it's really remarkable to see. And it's also important that the Ghana Export Promotion Council, it's also here, authorities here. We have the Exim Bank, which is also here, because we also not just want to make in Ghana, we want to also sell outside Ghana. We want to be able to export what we are making from here. And what is so interesting when you look at some of the shoes that are being made, some of the bags that are being made, this is world-class standard production that we are seeing, world-class. Will sell in any market in the world. Manufacturers here have access to export markets so that they can sell. And I think that this is where we have to go. The world now, as you can all see, the way the world is moving, it's going to be one of self-reliance. So the more we can support our own local industry, the more we can create the jobs here, the more we can export, the more we can have the incomes here. So I'm very, very happy to be in a part to come and see this. The government of Nana Akufo-Addo is making a great effort to support local industry and will continue to do so. This is good, and the future will definitely be bright for Ghana. Thank you very much for your attention.
Absolutely exciting times ahead, because you see, this is the Vice President of the Republic. This is a man that heads the economic management team of Ghana. This is a man that is pushing Ghana's digitalization drive. And so for him to see some of these innovations, and I mean, he didn't have to express it, but it shot up through him. Yeah. The excitement was, I mean, it was obvious. Even if he had tried, he couldn't have hidden it. So, I mean, it was obvious. And some of the assurances he gave, I mean, I don't know. I've never been this excited for Ghana. Trust me. You see, I mean, I know we go very hard on our leaders a lot of the time, and rightly so, because we voted for them and we put them where they are. We demand for them to be accountable to us. But one of the reasons why we did the This is Ghana Fair and Exhibition is because we know that there are lots of Ghanaian companies, Ghanaian producers. They can't afford an advertising budget. Clearly. Or the person who owns the business is the same one who has to handle marketing, the same one who has to do HR, the same one who has to do finance, you know, administration work. Exactly. Especially if you're a startup or you haven't attained the large scale status as a company. You don't have the financial muscle to employ so much. You do not. So you are stuck doing all these things by yourselves. Indeed, sometimes you have your feasibility studies, you know the kinds of people who need your product or your service, but where to find them is an issue, because statistics are also a different ball game altogether. So to have the Vice President come there and see this, that look, I didn't know this existed, and he was very honest. There are certain things that he saw, he said, I didn't know, and there's nothing wrong with not knowing, because if you're not marketing, you're not advertising, nobody will see. You know, so one of the reasons we did this was to give the visibility to the businesses. I'm very happy that the Vice President came. I'm also very happy that we had colleague media men and women there. TV3 was there. The Ghana News Agency came through. Because the Vice President has a media team attached to his office. So they were all there, and they projected it as well, because look, we cannot do this by ourselves. Yes, we may have set the ball rolling and something, but it's not so that we'll do everything on our own. Because at the end of the day, this is for Ghana. This is not for Citi FM or Citi TV. This is for Ghana. We're pushing Ghana to the world. And you see, if people will come to the understanding of what we are doing here and the vision we have for projecting Ghanaian businesses, and everybody comes on board to support, then really, I keep saying this, by the next 10-15 years, we are cutting down our imports by more than half. And we are strengthening our cedi to be able to compete against the dollar. Now, if we're able to do that, at least we can enjoy some stability when it comes to the economy. So really, I mean, if you are there as a media organization, as a patron, as an exhibitor, let's come together and push the Ghana agenda, not individual agendas. Because you see, at the end of the day, it will come back to bite all of us if we do not unite in this particular fight. Very true. And Nana, just to add to what you're saying, it's a Ghana agenda, right? And I mean, this is not the first time you've done this. We started in 2019. It's grown. I'm happy to see that there are businesses. You heard Caveman. Caveman spoke about the fact that he considers himself a product of Citi and the kinds of things that we've done. And that's what we want to see. Has Caveman sold watches just to Citi people? No. He's selling everywhere. He's even doing things outside of this country. Now, on the economic side of things, a lot of patrons who came, the things are nice, but Ghanaian products, they should be like, you see, this is basic economics. If you have someone who is producing more as a business, then they can spread the cost, you know, more evenly across whatever they're selling. So if you're buying more, that means that there's more demand. Naturally, you have more income coming in, and then you can produce more, and then the cost can come down. It's economies of scale. Also, if the business expands, then they are able to do more, put more out, and again, spread the costs, economies of scale. So unless we patronize made in Ghana goods and services, the growth we want to see, the low prices we want to see, we'll never get there.
it's really a sacrifice that we have to be willing to make. We need to be patriotic with this. And I'm speaking to each and every Ghanaian who is watching us, every resident of Ghana who is watching us. You need to understand that it's difficult. I know. A lady said, oh, but when we go to the market and the rice that is less expensive, that's the one that we'll buy. I get it. But think about what you're eating as though what you're eating is literally growing Ghana.
Yeah.
If we think about it this way, we can go a long way. It's the way the Nigerians did it with their rice, you know. And we had GEPA there, the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. We mentioned that already.
Yeah.
I realized that there are actually even a lot of tax holidays that are being given now. You just need to know where to go and who to ask. And all these agencies are there. Don't sit in your room and then complain. Go and look for these people, get the information you need, and then, you know, let's make strides and progress together. It's very necessary.
Right. And of course, aside from the Vice President show up, we had the European Union Ambassador to Ghana, Mr. Chad Razali. He was there as well. Very, very impressed. And we need to say thank you to him. Of course, he and his organization did sponsor us. Then, of course, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, they actually had a village, not just a stand, a village, because you see, they are into supporting small and medium scale enterprises. They are into growing startups. They are into backing Ghanaian businesses. And so they had a village where some of the companies they are supporting came out to exhibit. And the CEO was there on Sunday.
Yes, she was.
Kosi Yankiaye, she showed up on Sunday. So, I mean, thank you to her as well. And she also did say some fine things, because you see, there are so many startups, as we've already established here, who do not even know how to access financing. There are so many people with fantastic ideas and do not know how to put pen to paper and to roll out their ideas. I mean, to have their ideas in their heads manifest into viable businesses. And so if you get into contact with an agency like the Ghana Enterprises Agency, you're not only getting access to financing, but then also there's coaching, there's training, there's connections. So, I mean, within a short period of time, you'll be amazed at where you find your business. And it makes a lot of sense. I mean, there were a number of organizations that showed up. I was so grateful to them. And like I keep saying, for me, it's the education, the training and advice that went on for the entrepreneurs there, because we do not want it to. So, I mean, we had people that came and they sold out and that was it. So you sold out, so that's it.
But
I mean, the tomorrow of your business is very important. So I also big on the coaching, the training, and the advice being given to some of these entrepreneurs. As for the product being too costly and all, I mean, regardless of whatever it is, you get people who complain about the cost, because some people have acquired a taste for foreign products and its prices.
That's very
because, tell you the truth, most of the goods that were on display at the This Is Ghana exhibition were heavily discounted.
Very true.
Heavily discounted goods. So, I mean, if you get people, yeah, it's fine. People, I mean, based on their budget and all, will complain about the pricing and all. But hey, on the market out there, it's not any cheaper.
It's not.
It's not.
And it was also great to have the CEO of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, GIPC, Mr. Yofi Grant. He was there on Saturday.
He did the 2 days. He went around almost every time. Like, is this man not
and
tired?
I went round with him.
I saw you with him.
And yesterday, so on Saturday, he had actually, I didn't know that's what he was doing. He had earmarked different places. So he went shopping yesterday. If I tell you how much he spent, you'd be shocked. He shopped. And he said he wasn't just buying for himself. That's what made me very excited. For example, he bought some rice that he was going to donate. Every now and then he does donations. He's going to donate in different parts of the country. He bought things that he's sending to his daughters, you know, so that they can also, and then his friends who live abroad, so that they can also test the markets, and then he can come back. He took contacts of everyone he interacted with, so that you can see how even personally, apart from his role as the GIPC boss, personally he can support. I thought that was brilliant. And he was giving advice to people. He would literally pick the things up. So this coaching thing you're talking about, and he would say, look, this is a great product. Why are you not exporting? Then the person would give their feedback. He'd say, no, speak to this person. And he was actually giving out contacts. And then there was one product, I won't mention it, but he picked it up and he said, look, this is a brilliant product, but you need to shrink wrap it.
Okay.
And, you know, the owner of the product was, or the founder of the product was explaining that, oh, we have this technology, this, and he says, look, it's a brilliant technology, But the international standards don't care about your technology. The international standards. So for me, that also, you know, made me think that, look, sometimes you have a brilliant product, and then it's not selling. You'll be thinking that actually, so your grandmother in the village is doing something to you. But you haven't understood the international standards, international best practice. It's not always about how brilliant your idea is. There are standards that are tested, tried, and true. So I even told this lady, I was like, you know what, if you think your design or whatever you come up with is so groundbreaking, then go and patent it. Go and patent it and then market that patent separately. But for now, if you want to export, because your product is geared towards that, focus on the standards that exist and take the man's advice. And she was grateful. So these are some of the things that happened, and I can't be more excited about
and it was easy to get some of these pieces of advice because we had the FDA, the Food and Drugs Authority there. We had the Ghana Standards Authority, GSA, also there. I mean, GEPA, amazing, amazing
and
folks.
They also came with a plant protection, you know, agent. Look, the thing they're talking about, seed quality, right from farm to table. What's internationally the standards are, so not even just in Ghana, but if you want to export your fruits and vegetables, play with the, you know, the big boys and the big girls, these are the things you had to do. And right from there, the kind of soil, and then CSIR was there. So they were even referencing research that the CSIR had done and how you, look, it was a 360 package.
Full package.
360.
Full package. Full
360
package.
and,
full package.
And the chicken, the poultry.
I mean, there was one of these, I think, Rockland Farms or so. So they brought their chicken to grill for consumers. And then they had eco-feeding system where they were exhibiting the feed with which they grow the
that's
birds.
What the Vice President
and
was
it was
talking
amazing.
About.
You could see, I mean, they had specific feeds for specific breed of birds. So if they're growing layers, they have feed for layers. And the feed for layers, there are various stages. So at the very initial stage, there's a particular feed. At the mid level of your growth, there's a different feed. And at the time you are ready for consumption, there's a different feed. So, I mean, you could get that research had gone into it. They didn't just wake up, just grind some maize and, you know, how we used to pound the maize and then we just go and throw it in the hen coop. No. And then this, they said, I mean, I spoke with them, they told me that they had already mixed everything in the right proportions, and then they'll give you advice on the type of place to store it, dry and at a particular temperature, so you don't have any moth or fungi growing in it to damage it or to destroy it. I think it was just, I mean, everybody brought their A game to the exhibition.
Really did.
And for me, the joy at the end of the day was that one question that everybody kept asking me. When next?
Is the next one?
When next? Because clearly they had run out. Listen, there was this lady who wanted to take me on. You know, I was going around speaking to the various vendors. She was like, you haven't been to my stand, you haven't been to my stand. And I was like, have you made sales? She's like, well, I'm almost running out. And I was like, well, why do you need me?
Exactly. I mean, you were doing your job by announcing for people to get there.
Yeah.
You know,
and she was like, you haven't been here, you haven't been here. I'm like, are you making, are they buying? She's like, yeah, well, I'm almost running out. This is what is left. I'm like, and you still want me to come? If I announce you, what are you going to sell?
What are you going to say? What are you going to sell to me? There is also this kind of African palm toothpicks.
Exactly.
So he cracked a joke, you know, even when the vice president went around, he says, we're always saying that Ghanaians don't produce anything, not even toothpicks. We have toothpicks.
We have toothpick. Yeah, and you see, I got their toothpick, wonderful stuff. This is not from the bamboo we know. This is from palm fronds.
Yes.
What we have been using for brooms.
The waste of it.
Oh, God.
So what they do, so after your palm wine has been produced, after your palm fruits that you use for your benquine have been produced, after you get all the oil for your gobe, your gobe and all the things that you use for your
good morning to the gobe nation people.
Yes, morning to you. After see some people are responding. After you get all of that, right? Now the waste. So this is a sustainable product. So the EU ambassador was really excited about it because you know the EU and Ghana, one of their main things is sustainability. And Ghana, of course, we are part of the UN and all the global conversations about the SDGs.
Signed on to all the conventions.
Everything. So this is a product that if we decide to not just consume locally, but to export. There's no way we can go wrong with it. And then the people who are making the coconuts water.
Yeah.
You know, the packaging was so on point. Look, yesterday I planned that around 3 p.m. I'll go and buy some and just go. Now everything was finished. I said, can't you go? We said, no, we've got a camera. We can't. Everything is gone. You know,
it was finished.
Everything was finished.
You know, the young lady we brought onto the show last week, the lightness. She actually ran out. And she had a list of orders, so she's going to produce to go supply to these people. 15
years old. She was our youngest exhibitor.
Amazing stuff, amazing stuff. But yes, thank you so much to all our sponsors. Thank you so much to all those who supported us make this event possible. That This Is Ghana Exhibition 2022 edition. A huge success. We're so grateful to you. I don't know if I can mention all the names, but yeah, Ghana Exim Bank, thank you so much. The European Union, thank you so much. ABB, the Africa Business Bureau, thank you so much.
Advanced Ghana
Savings
the
and
Enterprise
Loans,
Group as well.
Amazing people.
The GEPA itself, Ghana Export Promotion Authority themselves.
GTA, Ghana Tourism Authority, GIPC, Ghana Investment Promotion Center.
SNV.
SNV projects, the Green Project.
Yes, and they also brought a whole, you know, truckload of vendors. Oh, they had a village too. And then the Green Project too. They were there.
MTN Momo.
Yes.
MTN Momo.
And
Thank you guys so
and
much.
they set up and they were, you know, registering people. You know,
I mean, I'm super excited for the future of Ghana, trust me. And the fact that almost 80% of our vendors were young people, it gives me so much hope for tomorrow's Ghana.
Also, thank you to Japan Motors. They sponsored too, and I mean, they set up, they brought their cars, there were test drives and all. Peugeot was there too. All these cars being assembled in Ghana, including the tipper trucks by Zonda. Oh, amazing.
Amazing, wonderful stuff. Yes, and those who are asking for when next, just keep watching Citi TV, keep listening to 97.3 Citi FM. In due course, we'll communicate the time for the next edition of the This Is Ghana exhibition. But yes, we are excited and we are sure you are too. Congratulations to our vendors. Thank you to all our patrons and big thanks to our sponsors and supporters. Stay with us here on Breakfast Daily. We'll be right back.